professor at Fun University, your intrepid hostess to Craft Roulette. If you don't know what Craft Roulette is, well, if you like card making, you might like it. If you like improvisational creativity, you might like it. But we are glad to have you here scrolling through. We'd love to have you stop and stay to the Ultimate Paper Crafting Card Making Game Show Challenge that was live almost every Friday evening, 6:30 Central Time, saving a seat for you right here in front. Look at all you lovely, lovely people in the chatterbox. Always so good to see you. I've enjoyed watching you watch the card show. Excellent job. Okay, so last week, we'll talk more about these cards in just a minute, but last week we did have collage, and I thought for sure our numbers would tank. But they're not going to want to do collage. We just don't do that kind of art sometimes. What did you go ahead and do? You went ahead and showed me what for and did 164 card contributions. Well done. Proud of you. If you are watching right now, please share this wonderful little tidbit called Craft Roulette, the Friday evening experience, where you get to sit back, relax, and enjoy card making. Well, sometimes excellence. I wouldn't say mine was so excellent last week, but there are others that were indeed excellent. So we would appreciate that. Chatterbox. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Producer. Wonderful to see you. I've been enjoying catching up with Heather, who is our lovely, lovely lady guest crafter tonight. We'll bring her on in just a minute. I do have some housekeeping. Are you ready? Okay, I do have a housekeeping announcement. We are moving our Tuesday Fun University show to this channel, the Craft Roulette channel. We're also giving it a new name. It's going to be called In Review, and it's because the Tuesday Fun University show used to be kind of educational. It's not so much anymore. It is actually another game show, and we feature cards that have been sent in. Like this Friday, we will talk about the cards that are sent in from this Friday, next Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So we're just changing it up, and I think it fits into this venue more precisely. I still do a lot of teaching, but not here, because I just have some fun. Teaching is a lot of work. You got to think, and you got to figure out how to decipher things and make it make sense. And so I moved that all over on our Patreon blog. And there's a lot of it that goes on over there too. We've got Monday classes for everyone, and that aren't live. They're all recorded and whatnot. And then we also have follow-ups from Craft Roulette on our Thursday crafters, or our Thursday, whatever it is, for fun supporters and up. Anyway, there's a lot going on over there. Just another opportunity to share what I love doing, talking about cards and crafting with you guys. All right. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Fun University, but we are going to keep it up and available because there is quite a bit of content still there. So anyway, be watching for all those kind of things. If you're not on our Facebook group also, we do have a very happening Facebook group called Craft Roulette Show. You do have to answer 2 questions before you're accepted. Otherwise, you are automatically declined, but you're also automatically accepted if you answer those 2 questions. No big deal. It's not like your social security number or your credit card number. Nothing like that. It's just like, how many words you hear about us, and will you be nice and mind the rules? That's all there is to it. All right, do want to say to Grandma Gay, we're going to miss you tonight, Grandma Gay. I'm sorry about your puppy having a health crisis, and I hope you do better, Miss Puppy. This is not a good thing, so we need to get you better. All right? Okay. What else do we have? Shall we talk about spin sponsors? I think that's all I have. Yes, let's talk about spin sponsors. We have wonderful people that come along and give away their stuff to our viewers. We have Angie Blum. We have Penguin Palace. These people are donating wonderful gift certificates to those people that are randomly chosen out of our card contributor group. We also have Gina K coming along, all giving wonderful, generous gift certificates. You've got to send in a card, though, to be able to be eligible. So make sure you stick around and get those parameters and learn how you can play craft roulette with us. Is there anything else about that? I don't think so. We're not sponsored by any of the corporations that we mentioned or others. We run on the love and generosity of our patrons, which I did talk about earlier. Patreon is a group or an organization that helps artists and whatnot raise funds so that they can stay free or whatever they do on the internet or whatever they do. And so that is how the venue that we have chosen, or the platform that we have chosen to get our support. And it is working out great. We also have an exclusive blog where you can get more content, more than you could ever live without. Well, no, you could probably live. I don't know. I'll have to think that one through. I do too. I talk a lot before I think. It's okay. All right. We do want to thank 2 new patrons this week, Michelle Lieberson and Sylvia Allnut. We will be having an all-patron call tomorrow. Looking forward to that a lot. Thank you so much for looking forward to that with us. I've been noticing that. Hey, we got Team Purple right here with our pretty little Team Purple and Orange jumper from Marianne and the House of Detizio. Always so nice that you guys think of us. We have merch, but it's nothing new, so let's forget about that. And let's bring on Heather so we can start crafting. Heather! Welcome from Ontario, Canada, Heather Telford.
Thank you.
Yay! It has been ages since you were on, and I'm embarrassed and sad because you're such a lovely lady. Would you get, since it has been so long, like episode 87. Woo! Would you give us a little rundown of what you do, what you're like, and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, I do this. I do craft. I do art and craft. I teach in-person classes here in Ottawa, and I do some online classes as well. I work with several great companies with their products and blog and all
you
that
do blog.
yummy
you
art
keep your blog.
stuff. I do.
Yeah,
keep
you
my
keep
blog.
your blog
My
up to
blog
date.
is the place that I put most content. I put stuff on Instagram and Pinterest and YouTube as well, but my blog is the one that gets all the content first.
You had a YouTube channel. Let's get this taken care of so that we can get some people to. I know, it's so awful. You had a YouTube channel and you had a little issue with your email with YouTube. You went to change it or something and you lost your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So last April, my YouTube channel, which I'd had for years, 10 years, it just disappeared. And when I got in touch with YouTube, we went back and forth for a few days and I got sent to this possible fix and that possible fix, but there was no fix. So just in the last month, I have started a new one, which I guess it was existing. I used it to view others. So it says that it was started in 2014. I've had it that long, but it is now my only YouTube channel. It's called Heather Telford Art. And I've been putting content from the archives on it.
I thought I saw some things that were familiar.
Yeah. So at the moment, it's just got some of my older stuff. Well, stuff from the last few years. But starting tomorrow, the first new content will be on there, and that will continue. Yeah.
And you guys can go ahead and click on her website down there on the screen and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of her beautiful art. She is definitely a fine artist. You do beautiful watercolors, ink blending. You've been doing alcohol ink things, all sorts of good, all those artsy kind of things that make me cringe, make me a little nervous.
Oh, yeah. There's not enough time in the day to do all the things that I love doing. I've been doing gel printing. I've been doing art journaling. I've been doing some handmade bookmaking. And just lots of things along with the card making and the watercolor and the alcohol inks. So, yeah.
And you have an education background, so you know how to break it down and make it so that we can we who are scared can do it. So that's all good. I'm so glad to have you back. It's a real treat.
Very nice to be back. I saw the chat fly past and somebody was trying to work out whether I was an Australian or a Kiwi. I'm definitely an Australian.
She is an Australian that now lives in Canada. So do you have any kind of blend on your accent, you think? Have you?
Oh, absolutely. It's a hybrid now. My Australian family says I don't sound Australian anymore, but then my Canadian friends say I'm not Canadian. So yeah, this is a hybrid.
Oh, I think you sound pretty Australian to me, but
good.
Every once in a while,
I occasionally go back, freshen it up, and then come back.
That's good. Well, we have a lot to cover, and I know we were going to learn about what your parameter choices might be, what your vetoes might be. She wanted last week's parameters. I'll tell you that right now.
I did.
So maybe you'll be able to fit them into tonight. I don't know. I hope so. But you had a question you were going to ask me.
What is craft roulette?
Let's find out. So good to have you guys all here.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep. Oh, I'm back. Hi, guys. Yep. That's what we do every week right here on Craft Roulette YouTube channel. And what else are we going to do on the Craft Roulette YouTube channel? We're going to be bringing on our new show in review, which is going to be like the old show that we used to do on Fun University. Don't worry. We're still going to play all those games and talk about your cards. All right. So we have some achievers to celebrate. We do like to say thank you so much for coming along and sending in your cards. We are so inspired by what you come up with, especially, maybe not, when we get some parameters that are a little bit tricky and unusual. We had 164 contributions. I did see somebody talking about that. We had 165, which was our record 2 weeks in a row, so we were 1 short. Maybe this week we'll pass 165. But we did pass into the 12,000 total card contribution zone. Man, that's a lot of cards. Our project was collage. Our colors were 3 pops of red. Our element was far away. So many interesting ways you chose to use that. And we had to use vellum or tissue paper in some sort of way. That was my card. I want to tidy it up. Sire was our guest. He's also Canadian, and we had such a lovely time with him. Thank you so much, Sire. You brought the organic rock into the high-tech robot world, and who does that? Only Sire. Well done. It was a great gift to have you on the show. Thank you so much. If you want to see all of our cards, by the way, you can see them on craftroulette.live. This part is on a timer. We're going to welcome our new timer. No. first timers are Zero Heroes, or the people that have sent in at least 10, 20, 30, 40, so on cards. Our Club 52 and our Leading Ladies. Oh, we also have two new I'm going to get this drink sometime. We're also welcome and congratulations, two new Mug Club members. That means you have sent in at least 100 cards. That is so ridiculous when I say that. I can't even believe it. It's so many cards. And that would be a big thank you and congratulations to Karen Goddard in Australia and Carol Sanguinetti here in the USA. Well done, guys. This part is on a timer. And so it will stop me from talking forever. Good luck. First timer, welcome to Akela from Maine. Cute card. Well done. Also a first timer, Sylvia Allnott. Also a patron. So glad to have you. Thank you. See you tomorrow, I think. First timer, Sheila Richardson. I thought you'd been sending in cards a long time. I was really surprised when it said first timer. So glad to have you. Our first Zero Hero of the night is the original Londoner with her 10th card submission. Well done. 20-time contributor Pam F. from Ontario, Canada. Well done. Love it. Alicia H. from Tennessee has sent in 30 consecutive cards. Kiss your brain, girl. It's great. Kim Bright has sent in the 5-0. It's her golden anniversary right here on Craft Roulette. Well, so cool, Kim. I like that one a lot, too. Debbie Hansen also is having her golden anniversary with her 50th card. So smart. Miss from Bismarck, North Dakota. Peg P. from Racine, Wisconsin has also sent in 50 cards. That's 150 cards right in those three people. Awesome. Buell Ask from Sweden has also sent in 50 cards. Buell, it seems like I've known you a long time, and I just love that. Deanna Thomas has passed into her big 60. Well done, Zero Hero girl. Zero Hero, congratulations to Linda Gorman for sending in 80 cards, 80 pieces of inspiration. Very well done. Mary Neighbor, who has been with us for a very long time, has sent in 90 cards. She misses when she has to go to hockey games. Brenda Gentry has also sent in 90 cards. Such a fascinating card and so unlike you, Brenda, but I love it a lot. Zero Hero, congratulations, and Mug Club, congratulations to Karen Goddard with this cute card. 100 cards, Miss Karen. Well done. Carol Sanguinetti also hit that 100-mile mark with this beautiful card. Amazing. Your mugs will be coming. Smurf Murphy is our leading lady this week with 110 cards. She's already gotten her... Yes, she has gotten her mug. Jackie Muller's mug is still in my house, and she has also sent in 110 cards. Cool card. I love your collage. Smurf, did I have that twice? Smurf Murphy, didn't I just say that?
Oh, no, you're on top.
Oh, okay. All right. I got confused. It was... Okay, now we're in the leading ladies. Those Zero Hero leading ladies, you guys send me for a ride. Kathy Herring is a leading lady number 4 with 114. I thought I was having deja vu cards. Which could happen with all this many cards. 5K Lamone has sent in 116 cards. She is contributor leader number 3. So cool. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 127 consecutive cards, even though she's had back surgery during that time. Such a cool card. And Patty Beck, our leading lady of all time, has sent in 144 consecutive cards. Outstanding group of ladies. Welcome to Club 52, Barbara Weber, with 52 cards. You don't get any keys to the city, no special discounts, no frequent flyer miles, just the joy of knowing you are a Club 52 member. Congratulations all, you make our world so much prettier, so cuter, much cuter, and very, very special. We appreciate you. Here's a big kiss on the brain to you all. Gosh, I got so confused in there. Do you ever just start seeing things? It's kind of like me in a building and I think I'm going the right way and then I start seeing the same things that, anyway, it's kind of a lifelong way of living. Let's bring back Heather and maybe she can send me some help. She's very calm and cool and collected. I think you're real logical. Are you real logical for an artist?
Fairly logical, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Are you like the perfectly balanced person? Logic and creativity?
I wouldn't say the perfect balance, but yeah, I tend to be logical.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes my personalities fight each other on, no, this makes sense. Do this. And then you go, no, let's just try something new. And I don't know. It's brains are so interesting, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of brains, have you picked out some things to talk to me about on these wheels of parameters?
I have.
All right. Well, let's bring on those parameters. Let's bring them on. There they are. They're back. They're big.
Yeah.
There are many of them. We're going to be spinning for project, colors, element, and random. Now, one out of each one of those columns will be chosen tonight, and we will, live and in person, make a card or something out of those parameters. We do give our patrons an opportunity to veto a couple of those parameters each week. That means that if we choose whatever they have vetoed, if our wheel lands on it, we will spin again, and the wheel cannot make us do that thing. Now, if you can make your card using that vetoed parameter within the parameters that we get, cool. No problem. We're good with that. If this sounds really confusing, especially if you're new here, hang on. It'll make sense pretty soon, I hope. I don't know. It may be one of those nights. But I think you will bring the logic and you will help us make it make sense. So for the vetoes from our patrons, they have vetoed Strawberry Fields Forever, number 5. They have also vetoed Happy Faces, number 13. And for random, they have vetoed Pencils, number 10. Now, Heather, you get to veto if you would like.
Okay, well, it was tricky to choose whether I would veto robots or the gnome.
I knew it. When I was looking at the elements today and I saw that gnomes, and I thought she'd hate that. I just know she'd hate gnomes. So
I don't need a gnome. I will veto the gnome.
Up go the gnomes. That doesn't mean that you can bring a gnome into a project if you want. So Heather, if you get the parameters and all of a sudden you go, this would be perfect for a gnome, you can still use it. And
that is so likely to happen.
So likely. But we'd also like to know what would you like tonight? What are the 4 parameters that you would love to get for a project? I know you wanted collage, but that's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So looking down the project cards, there are many that I would be happy with, but I'm trying to build up my stash of birthday cards, so I would like birthday card to come up.
That would be good.
That's number 15. Is that right?
Good. So maybe we'll get to birthday card. That'd be a good one too. You can do all sorts of stuff with that. All right, and for colors?
And people who know me know that I love the blues. So 2 blues plus 2 would be my pick on the colors.
BB King? Blues
number 12.
Plus number 12.
There's 2 blues plus 2.
Oh, yeah. But 2 blues as opposed to blue plus 2. There's 2 blues plus
She
2.
said 2 blues plus
yes.
2, but
Yes.
we can change it.
But there's also a blue plus 2.
Yes.
But that's
Oh,
not
I
the same
see.
as 2 blues plus 2. But
2
it's
blues
darn
is even
confusing.
better than 1 blue.
It's been my world this week, is being a big confusing element in the world. I've been really good at it. Last week was even better. I'm kind of coming down from that confusing thing. And then element. So it's not gnomes, it's not robots that you want. I think I know.
I'll go for plant.
Plant.
Because
Okay,
plant
I was thinking
covers
bouquet.
trees, flowers.
Yeah. And random. What do you have your eye
Book
on?
page.
Book page. I thought maybe you'd go with paint. Book page is a fine one. Good. Well, see how much I know. Yeah.
It's my little bit of collage trying to creep back in there, you see.
Ah. Well, a birthday card with 2 blues and 2 other colors, plant, and a book page would make a lovely card. I think you would do a great job with it. So we'll see what we get. Well, let's give this guy a warm up. Since you lost your YouTube channel and everything, I think you should get exactly what you want. Let's find out for project. For project, we're going to talk about all these things after we get this, map fold. After we get these all picked, we're going to talk about them, so don't worry about if it doesn't make sense. With me around, I'll make it more confusing. But we'll see if Heather can help us all. Beach colors. Those could be blue, definitely.
Yeah,
Element.
definitely.
Map fold, beach colors, 14.
No. No.
This way to the robot's house. Okay, we'll figure this one out. And then, I'm sorry, Heather, I really am. And then for random. But the next person that's going to be on is going to be so happy that you have already gotten robots taken care of, They're going to probably send you a card. And random. That is really it. Robots on the beach. That's right, Russ. 21. Labels. Last time we had robots, which we had an Australian, Therese Calvert was on, and she got robots, and she got tickets. So, robots and labels with an Australian. I'm seeing a pattern here with Mr. Wheel. Okay.
Robot.
So,
there's clever ways that we can do robots. We'll talk about it.
we're gonna break this down, and they'll probably become your favorite. Well, maybe not quite that far, but you'll be able to do something. This is an art project. We aren't going to tell you what to do. We're not going to tell you what to use, except for those 4 parameters. If you can make sense out of what you make using interpreting those 4 parameters, we're good with it. So let's talk about, also, before we go too far, neutrals are always free: black, gray, white, cream, tan, brown, and metallics. So not to worry about that. You're not stuck with, you can use those. It's not a problem. Map fold. Okay. So map fold. How in the world would we put a map fold? Now there's several ways. There's the Google way, where you say, "Hey Google, what's a map fold?" And it says a map is a fold that a piece of paper that's folded in half and then back and forth so that when it opens up, it's big, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that on Craft Roulette. There's the Google way, and then there's the organic interpretive way, which could be a drawing of a map on a page, or just about any kind of extra
card
fold.
that has a map in it that literally just has a little corner folded.
Yes,
So
you
a
could.
map that has been folded.
So if you have some paper that has a map on it, fold it, if that's good. Or a stamp that has a map on it, fold it, and it's good. So it's not that you have to do some millions of folds. As a matter of fact, I often say to our guests, please don't try a new origami fold that you've never tried before on the show. It just is like a lousy idea. So I forgot to tell you that. So I wouldn't do that, Heather, to you, where you say, okay, I'm going to make a map fold with a gazillion folds that I've never made before. Don't worry about that. It's just going to be it could be a background map, or you could have teeny tiny map on X marks the spot. That's right. It could be very, very basic.
My robot could be made from a folded map.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You could make a book page robot, honestly. And you could make it of a book page from an atlas and fold. Yeah. See now, now you got your craft roulette brain going. So that's basically what a map fold, what you can do with it. Plus, you will think of other things, chatterboxes, because you are awesome that way. Our colors are beach colors. Wide open, right? What do you find on a beach? There's browns, there's blues, there's sky, there's sunsets. There's trees, there's palm trees, there's gnomes, all sorts of colors of gnomes. Just walking the beaches. And there's also umbrellas, swimming suits, dogs, all sorts of things for colors. So we are wide open on colors. You can have as many or as few, I think. But you need to have something that you can justify as something that would be on a beach color. You could have a crayon on a beach and say, hey, it was a beach color. I saw a watermelon one time with a red baseball hat on it on a beach. So it was really cute. I took a picture of it. I liked it. So, okay, here we go. Let's talk about this bad boy, robots. So you really reacted, kind of had a pretty big reaction to that one, Heather. And you were even thinking of vetoing it.
I had a chance to veto it, and I didn't.
Would you be happier if you'd gotten gnomes then, you think? Or
no, probably equally sad.
Okay. All right. So since you don't have the robot stamp, which a lot of people don't, even though I know that there's a lot of people that have bought them because of this show. What do you think? You were saying out of a book page. So a robot, honestly, you can just cut shapes. You can cut squares and give them some
did
arms.
last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a good job. I may be making a robot in the manner of his design from last week.
Yeah, it's just
it had a little round head and little body and some legs and arms.
Yeah. It really isn't. It isn't really terribly hard. I don't know where my robot
So if you
picture
search for a simple definition of a robot, it says any automatically operated machine that replaces human effort, though it may not resemble human beings in appearance or perform functions in a human-like manner. So that pretty much means any kind of automated device that replaces some sort of human function.
So you could have a cat on a Roomba.
Yeah, you could have a cat on a Roomba. Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be this person kind of thing. Or it could be R2-D2. That's right.
Machine.
Coffee machine, absolutely. Crafty Owl said just even gears to represent kind of a robot-like...
I thought that.
Which is great.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. You just have to...
Clock.
Now you've got this wide open parameter that seemed like it was very, very small in scope, but it's really quite wide. So that has its own set of challenges in that, whoa, now what do I do? I got to bring it into an idea that fits on a card. But that's usually not a problem. You have an idea? You're thinking really hard.
I am. I have some nice, thinking of the collage, I have some nice rice paper with gears on it.
Oh my gosh.
So that might be beautiful. Out. Yeah.
That could be like beautiful. And then labels. Well, a label is not just on a can of corn, and it's not just, you could use almost anything as a label. You can just have a small strip of paper and make it look labely.
And
or you could have
a birthday on it.
I suppose. Yeah. What is a label definition? It's just, let's get the Google definition and then we'll tear it apart and make it work for us. A tag as a label? Well,
Tag as a
maybe
label?
so.
A small piece of paper, fabric, plastic, or similar material attached to an object giving information about it.
There you go.
That would be
That's the Google definition.
That's the very literal definition.
Mm-hmm. This card is for your birthday. Yeah. We don't have to speak like robots for the rest of the show, but it would be kind of fun.
Appreciate that.
I may slip into it every once in a while. Once in a while, I may just go ahead. But Neanderthal poetry is one of my favorite games where you can only use one syllable words. And if you use a multiple syllable word, you get whacked with a inflatable bat. It's great fun. But maybe we can make a robot kind of one. Anyway, I digress. Okay, labels. Labels we can figure that one out.
Yeah.
Once we have the idea of the card figured out, I think the label will be kind of an also
sentiment
kind of thing.
Can very easily be a label.
Yeah.
If it's on a piece of paper.
That's what I'm thinking.
So we're pretty broad. I think the gallery will be fabulous. I think they'll come up with all sorts of ways to make robots and map folds. Beach colors will be fun.
I honestly can't believe I got robots.
I can't either. I really thought Mr. Wheel was going to be nice to you. But maybe he is being nice to force you to think outside the comfort zone, as we say.
We will see. We will see.
I believe in you, Heather. I do. I believe in you. All right. Hey, we have something to tell you about. Are you ready for this? We'll be right back. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? Do you ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Whodunit Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Lord have mercy! We were laughing so hard at that this afternoon and beyond. It was like one of those things where I was going, well, kids, you know, if you were hoping that your mom was sophisticated, it's not happening today. So, yep, that's our new promotion. I hope you enjoy it. We had a lot of fun. I've never worn my hair like a Rambo. No, I'd take that back. Once in junior high, we cut the bottoms off our bell bottoms, my friend and I, and then we used them for head headbands, and then we'd push our hair up and it was mushroom heads. Anyway, that was a long time ago. It was a long, long time ago, far, far away. Anyway, I'm going to use this cute little stamp set that I got from Birthday Bob and Mrs. Birthday Bob, sometime aka Berta, and I'm going to use that for my robot. I think he's just going to have a little map, maybe a star map, because there's some stars here. If I can, oh no, where are they? Oh no, did I lose the stars?
Berta wants to know if she can borrow the stamp set back.
Sure, Berta. Come on over. I think I lost the stars, though. So maybe it will be a map to my heart. Maybe. Golly, how can I lose things that fast? Wait, is that it? I did make some stuff with these. Nope, that's just an old glue booger. Bad gum. I did make a card for our patrons out of this that you guys will get to see Monday. Okay, so out of this world. I can use that as a label, right? For a map fold. I'll just have to figure out how to work that in. That was such a cute little cluster of stars. I do lose things. It'll be fine. Yeah. So I've got my basic A2. I've got my cute little robot. And I've got a panel to work on. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Beach colors, I don't know. We'll do some, maybe I should make my robot colorful. Kind of beach. Ooh, for real. How about if I do a little bit of ink blending kind of, and make him kind of beach colory. I like that. Let me get some inks. Oh, I'm going to have to move those. Those are too far away. I have to exercise too much. It makes me so tired. Well, he's not this big, but we'll figure out which ones to use. So are you guys excited for robots?
There were some cheers.
Were there? They wanted some robots. Well, I'm proud of you guys. I am. Let me get some brushes. Yellow, blue. A little bit of green. Okay, Mr. Robotio, you're going to be beautiful. You're going to be the most handsome robot ever. Ever, ever, ever. And then, so if I do that there, and then I do grab some more, and this guy has this really interesting little squiggly thing, and I went ahead and I think maybe with some, I don't want to do that in color, both. Okay, but I think I might do some gray on that one. What do you guys think? You've been buying robot stuff for a year. I know it. This stamp set is from Hampton Art. From Mr. and Mrs. Birthday Bob. I think it's going to be perfect. Oh, I didn't even use the robot when I was making stuff. I used the alien. So that's coming Monday. Oh, man. Poor Heather. That face that she made when we got robot was kind of sad. I really thought Mr. Wheel would be nicer. If you have seen Heather's things, she really is like a fine artist. And so robots are going to be, I think she can creatively make something fine arts. Let's see what she does. I'm pretty sure she can, but I'm not sure what it will be. Let us know when you're ready. I hear you bustling around. Oh, I see. You are bustling. Yes, you are. She hasn't run off, so that's good. I'm going to have the jazziest looking Robotio Well, gosh, Sarah, who's next on the show, she won't get robots. I hope she's not disappointed. Heather said she can. Sarah, you can thank her later.
I can bring you back if you want to talk.
Roberta, you're right. I do have some coloring sheets of robots to print. You are absolutely right. We get one every month. I have been making one every month since August, a robot coloring sheet. And I don't know where this month's is. It's over somewhere. But it ended up being kind of cute. He's in a kissing booth. And I'm trying to see where I put it. Over there somewhere, Mr. Producer. You know, another thing that has happened in this show since Heather was on, I used to call Mr. Producer Steven, his real name. And now I just call him Mr. Producer all the time. Oh, here it is. Thank you very kindly. Here is this month's. You know, I could make this smaller for you guys if you want me to. And then you would have something to color and take care of. Can they adjust it? So you could make it card size. Anyway, that was the one from this month. Look at what a crazy robot. From the mind of Minolta.
If you're a patron.
That is if you're a patron. Yeah. Every month you get a crazy drawing.
All right. Bring it back.
Let's see how that looks. Looks
We're
good.
gonna bring back Heather.
We're going to bring back the Heather. All right. Oh, look at what you've got. What are your plans?
Well, I've just got things at the moment. I've got more things than, but I do have this robot-like rice paper, and I do have these gears.
Those are cool looking.
I am thinking I'm not going to have a robot. I'm going to have robot elements.
There you go. Well, I think that's one of those creative interpretation things, right?
Haven't worked out how the elements are going together yet, but
Details.
details exactly. Oh, and you've already got your robot.
Oh, well.
And he's already got his
wasn't
beach
too-
colors.
He does. He does. It seems like this has been my go-to coloring technique for weeks now. It's kind of you kind of get I get in a bit of a rut. But I don't mind it if I like it, if it's not hard. I like them easy. But we'll jazz him up a little bit. But look how cute he is.
It's very cute.
Yeah. A face only a mother robot would love. There is a baby hippo, and I can't remember what zoo it's in, but it's a baby hippo, and my daughter's always sending me videos of this baby hippo, and it is a face that only a mother can love, but I love it at the same time. It's the cutest little thing, and it'll nip at its mama, and they'll float together because they're just I don't remember what the name of the Instagram, but oh my gosh, it's cute. Things I would have never known if it hadn't been for the internet.
We were watching a hippo video as we ate our dinner. It wasn't a zoo one, though. It was out in the wild.
Oh,
A baby hippo getting separated from its mother.
Oh, that's a sad kind of thing. Did they get back together?
No, yes, it all turned out okay in the end.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. I think we're going to be glad by the end of the evening that you got robot and you faced your robot fear. You don't know?
I think that might be pushing it a little bit.
Jury's still out. So was like, can you think of, you've done so many different kinds of art projects. You've worked with fabric and forever artist kind of things. What was the hardest medium for you to work with?
Well, I would have said acrylics, because I'm fairly new to acrylics, and coming after watercolor, they're just so different to use that I've found using acrylics quite hard. But because I'm now gel printing with it, that makes a big difference.
Oh, okay. All right. See, I haven't.
So that's been my introduction to acrylics, is the gel printing, I think.
That's a pretty safe, nice way to get into it, I would think.
There is a Ben Telford in chat saying hello. Just wanted to.
That would be a son, I believe.
Ben Telford. Oh, there he is. He's clapping. Yay, Ben! Can you believe I got robots? It's just wrong. We were talking about this before he left tonight.
Oh, that is not how we planned it.
But that is the nature of craft roulette. You cannot plan it.
That is exactly true.
Yeah.
It is just the best and the worst of it.
That's the way it goes, yeah.
The way of it. But I like it, you know? It's just like, it makes you go, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I'm just going to get started, put my head down, and go for it.
We'll get there, indeed.
There you go. When you've been on before, you've made beautiful flowers, beautiful floral cards. This is probably not going to be like that. I'm thinking.
I don't think there will be any flowers involved tonight.
Wonder if you could, though.
Yeah, it's funny, and I did say to myself, because I've done flowers both times I've been on, that I should do something different. Wasn't quite thinking this different, but that's okay.
To the right.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
There you go. Perfect.
Well, that was crud. That's okay. Let's try again. Let's try it. Put something under it. Feels rocky. We have had a lot of fun with the whole idea of robot fear. Who's afraid of the robot? Purse card was
being
another
allowed
one.
back on the wheel.
Well, they
robots
go
ever
for
get retired?
They
go for vacations.
There's a council of one that controls the parameters.
Actually, there's 1.5. Because you put your 2 bits in. And sometimes you'll say, no, that's not a project, that's an element. So you do put your 2 bits in. Yeah. They quit it. Just quit it. You crazy old woman. Go make an infomercial. It's not exactly what he says. But I'm thinking maybe Mr. Robot needs to hold a little lily of peace or something for you. So that
Dale T. Oh, that's my sister-in-law in Newcastle, Australia.
Oh, neato.
She believes in me. She's probably laughing and laughing at this turn of events.
Laughing with joy for your experience to evolve and explain and expand.
Yep.
All sorts of goodness. I don't think I have any map anythings.
Oh.
It's a map
When you,
fold.
Map fold, so I don't have to have a map.
If you
I have a little star map here that I'm
That's really
going to
cute.
fold somehow.
That will work. Oh, look at all your little gears.
Mm,
And you got to use blue. Now there you go. You got to use blue.
I did.
He's probably going to have to draw. He's probably going to have a map. That
like a little tiny map.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I can give him a teeny tiny map. Map to my heart. I think I'll use copy paper though. Since it's going to be small. And cardstock and small folds don't always work. And I always have a lot of scratch paper. Okay, so if I cut his arm off, that doesn't sound very good. Can I make him holding? This is like algebra. Ugh. Let's cut another hand so that it can be flipped over. I think. Getting close to artistic algebra. Now, so are you real good at math?
I am okay at math.
Okay at math.
But I have other people in my family who are much better at math. I have a daughter who's a math teacher.
Oh.
And a husband who uses math every day of his life. So
right.
Yeah, I don't.
Now, your husband did something last time you were on the show. He made it. He changed our parameters.
How did he do that?
Because he said,
"You better not have put robot in."
He said, "Hot colors are blue. Warm colors include blue." Remember that?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, he did that to us. And boy, did that ever open up a Pandora's box on yes, no's. Yes, no's. But he was absolutely correct.
Yeah.
He was absolutely correct. That blue is a very hot color. So we have never put warm colors and cool colors on the wheel since. Because I didn't want the arguments. I'm actually a very peaceful person, except for robots and purses.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What an achievement. I don't know whether I'm happy with that or not.
It's fine. It is fine. But it did take me by surprise when it happened. But it was interesting. Yeah. I liked it. Like, you're right. Dang it. Now what? Okay, here's my little map, but do I want to make it? How do I make it so I can take it out from his little hand? Is this too big for him? That's a big map for a little guy. I wonder if I only had paperclip, I could do that. Would you have rather had paperclip? That's kind of another one that nobody likes.
Yes, because I've got this cute paperclip that is shaped like a treble clef.
Oh.
So I would have incorporated that if I could find it.
Sorry. Yeah, well, there's that. Okay, so if he's pinching his little map. And I'm not sure where the map goes, but it's okay. That's going to work just fine. I'll just put a little glue right there. He flipped his little arm around. Something, right, something on the map. It's going to be removable. I'm just gluing the very edge of his arm. So the map may be a little big for his arm. But he's beige colored and he's adorable.
He is beige colored. Yeah.
Oh, Lynn Sanders says she bought a paperclip stencil. So she's ready.
Oh, that's cute. Paperclip. Yeah.
I have also gotten people have sent me cute little paper clips too of little animals and things. They're really, I have them in a special place because Mr. Producer destroys paper clips. He takes them apart and refolds them into different unusual things. So I have to hide them.
I'm a fidget folder.
He is that. Very much so. Okay, beach colors. Is there gray on beaches? I suppose.
Yes.
Or
Gray
shells.
skies.
Shells.
Gray skies, yes.
Gray skies. I am counting on gray being a beach color, as you can see.
Well, I should have just looked up. Oh, look at yours coming right along. That's rice paper?
This one is, yeah.
Wow. Cool. How does rice paper differ from like a vellum?
Well, a vellum is more plasticky, and the rice paper is very much paper, so it absorbs water. It's very soft.
That makes sense. Do you hoard paper? When you have something,
I do a little bit, but I am on a year of using what I have very intentionally this year. So I'm trying to not buy new stuff and use what I have. So some of that hoarded paper is going to see the light of day.
have purpose.
Yeah,
It's going to become fulfilled in its life. I like that. I'm glad for you. It's hard sometimes to think of a project that you think is good enough for some papers. It's like,
yeah.
I don't.
This one is beautiful. A friend gave me this one, and I haven't used it before.
Well, that is sweet. It's always nice to get a little present. Kathy Sugarman says, if you write what type of map the robot is holding, you have a label.
You have a label.
That is double dipping, and I like it very much. What kind of map should Mr. Robot? He looks pretty sweet. I think he probably could just say map, couldn't he? Yeah. Let me get something here and write map, and we'll start with that. We'll start with the A, so we don't run out of room so likely. Well, we kind of ran out of room. But, I know where there's more paper. Map. I think it should be mapped to my heart or something. Yeah. That it didn't work real well. So I think I'll try again. I do have some questions from our patrons to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty far into your thoughts, and I think you can do this, right?
I'll try.
All right. Well, Mrs. Birthday Bob, who gave me this cute stamp set, asks, what is your favorite part of your crafty space?
Oh, favorite part of my crafty space.
Is there a place that holds your favorite things, or?
I try to have my favorite things within arm's reach. So I do have a lot of markers right in front of me. And within arm's reach, I also have my distress inks, which are a bit of a favorite part of my crafty space.
Mm-hmm.
But my crafty space is a kind of fluid thing, because sometimes my crafty space down here is messy. So my crafty space goes to another room and spreads out there.
Now your daughter crafts with you? Does she craft with you, or am I thinking outside the box without any reason?
Lately, she has been a bit more, because she is designing digital stamps at the moment.
That's what I thought. I was getting to that.
So she comes over here and we print them and fiddle with them, and I watercolor them. So we have been doing that a bit more lately, which has been very nice.
That's pretty cool for a map.
It is very cool.
What kind of things does she do?
Well, she did a bunch of Christmas stuff. So she did wreaths and ornaments and snowflakes and stockings. But she's done a few scenic ones too. She was in Europe last year, so she's done a couple of scenes from her trip in Europe. What else has she done? She's done Puppy recently.
Oh,
Quite a range, some florals. Yeah,
cool deal. You're
an
not at all
alphabet
proud
one.
of her, are you?
I'm quite proud and quite happy to have a stamp designer who I can throw out suggestions to.
Well, you're probably a great resource for her, I'm thinking.
Well,
So
I
she's
think
probably thinking the same thing about you.
it has been fun, and I do have quite the stash of supplies here in my workroom. So
Mm-hmm. Does she
does
have an
come
Etsy?
over.
Is it an Etsy store that she has?
She does. She
Or
has an Etsy store, and it is called Echidna Studios.
okie doke, we're going to have that one added. I'm not sure how to spell that right off. But Mr. Producer can add that to our feed in there if you can spell that for him. Her daughter has an Etsy store with her digital designs.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect.
She
Yes,
was
I
on
will
before.
not.
I don't know if she's still on.
Well, congratulations for branching out. See, you have set this great example for her. See, that's very cool. For her to be creative and just going for it. That's neat.
And she is not studying at the moment. She graduated last year with a
Mm-hmm.
Masters of Architecture. So,
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
she has a design bent anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun to see her doing digital designs with it. It's
That's
fantastic.
very nice. That's really good. Well, that one just kind of worked into your crafty space. We weren't fishing for that. I did have a note written down
True.
to ask you about it, so
I
I'm
had
really
forgotten
glad
that's
though.
where that one started.
Yeah, but I'm glad for it because I did want to ask you about that because I had seen that and I thought, oh no, I want more clarification on this. And so that turned out really great. Good question, Mrs. Birthday Bob. Cordelia Alderman, and maybe this is a little bit like that. If you could build a new crafting teaching space, would you change it? What would you like to have that you don't have now?
Oh,
Would you
my
like
goodness.
a craft room that is a classroom?
A studio space that was a
Uh-huh.
classroom. Yes, I would. That would be fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Because you do like to teach in person, right?
I do, and I teach in person at a craft store, so that is good because that is purpose built. But I also rent space at a church and teach there, and of course that is just one of their rooms, so that is not purpose built. So to be able to
Right.
build a studio/classroom would be amazing.
How many
But yeah, I
how many
do
tables would you
appreciate.
have? Would you have a
Oh,
great big one
I
with
would have
or an intimate
numerous
one?
tables. I would have those kind of drawers, map drawers that you can put large paper in, and shelving, and I'd have equipment benches where you could plug in all the electronic equipment. Oh, it would be fabulous.
Yeah. I had a craft space in our old house some 2 houses ago. And it was great. We had big tables and ladies in and out all the time. It was very fun. And I didn't have to
Yeah.
pack. Yeah.
I have a nice amount of space here, but it's not really classroom space.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely don't have that here either.
It's a one or two person space. Okay, I need to.
How are you doing?
Move off these gears. I'm
It's
stalling.
cool.
My gears are stalling.
Do they need some oil?
They do. And I need to work in my star maps somehow.
I'm thinking. I don't know. But I like what you've done so far. Quite a bit. Any ideas out there in the chatterbox on how she can fit in her star map? Help a sister. Just a corner. Just fold a corner. It does look like a quote-unquote star map.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Well, maybe I'll just keep gluing on these gears.
Your non-robot robot?
And wait, yeah. This is as robotic as it's going to get.
It's enough.
Not going to have a face.
They don't all.
They don't. That's right.
If I had a Roomba, though, I think I'd put a face on it. Some googly eyes all running around the house. And it could startle me and make me laugh every time I look at it.
Maybe cut a corner off the front panel so it peeks through. Oh, yes, I like that idea.
Oh, now that's an interesting idea, Kelly. This is Kelly's first time on our live. She's kicking right in here. Way to go. Like it. Oh, Sassy said that too. Or okay. And Sassy's on her is the Sarah Liz that's going to be here next week. So she's already thinking. Do you have any words of wisdom for her? It's her first time. Run while you can.
Yeah, run while you can. Because that's funny because I wrote myself a few suggestions today, and then totally forgot about them. So I don't know that I have words of wisdom for her. But she'll be fine because Robot will be gone, so she doesn't have anything to worry about.
She can still have Gnome. Now she did come up with a purse die video before we got purse, and so we'll see. We'll see. It's not the same as being on the show quite, but I think she's going to have fun. The first time you were on, you were afraid of the technology. You were nervous, not afraid, but nervous about the technology.
Yeah.
And then the second time
I was
you
still
were
nervous about the
the wheel.
technology today, but fine.
Yeah, well, that's because we don't have to do that much.
I know. We have our in-house tech team.
That's right. You and I were just sitting there looking like we understood everything they said.
Yeah. As they used made-up words.
Yeah, don't scrub your speed in the pipe. Things like that. You just have to have some things to say that make them go, oh man, she knows something I don't know about technology. What does she mean? But that's a whole nother story.
A banner made from star paper.
Oh, that would, off in that upper right corner, little banner, that might work real well.
Well, I know last time, I think, I can't remember what the parameters were, but one of them was one of them banner, I think, and I just,
I think
I just put my sentiment on the banner. Thing like that.
There are always ways to
not
work these
down.
parameters. And that's what we like about it. It's a little too big. Oh, Roby, you're so cute.
Okay, So I think that's enough robotiness.
Robotiness.
So robot on white, robot on black.
The non-robot robot. That could actually be like a slogan for some kind of product. The non-robot robot. But I'm not sure what the product would be. Cheryl Jackson, who is also Canadian and very funny, she's a character, asks, okay, this is a great question, Cheryl. Because she's diverse in her, Heather's very diverse in her creations. And she says, what is your favorite medium to create with? Now, my question on that, in addition, would be, do you have like phases, like the Paleozoic phase with crafts, where you just did your fabric, and then did you move to another phase and that kind of thing? But do you have favorites?
I do, and I do move from one thing to another.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, I just love gel printing, and then I love putting the gel prints into the art journals, which I'm also loving.
Yeah.
And then last week I finished making my first handmade art journal. So that is kind of the phase I'm in at the moment, with the gel printing, art journaling.
Tell me more about that art journaling. I would maybe start one, but I would never. It would be like two entries, and I'd be off to something else, probably card making or scrapbooking. So tell me more about your process on that, please.
Well, the thing that I like about art journaling is that it's a bigger surface than a card.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got more scope to kind of spread out and develop ideas, but it's not as big as a painting for a wall or something like that. It's that nice in between sort of space that gives me a chance to develop ideas a little more in an art journal. And it's for me. Like if I experiment and I don't like it, it's for me. It's in my art journal. It doesn't. I'm not sending it anywhere. I'm not hanging it on the wall. And sometimes I will make a card and I'll like the technique so much I want to do more with it. So I'll go and do something similar in the art journal, or the other way around. I'll do something in the art journal. I'll play with a particular technique and like it so much that it turns into a card. So it works both ways. And I can put things into an art journal that I wouldn't put on cards, like maybe lyrics of a song, or I can cut up magazines or like print stuff that I wouldn't put on a card, but I love it artistically, so it gives me a chance to use that.
Yeah. Well, you show that on your blog too, right? I believe I've seen that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
So if you want to know more about how Heather uses her art journaling, that's a great resource to go check out her blog. Because like you said, you share everything over there.
I do. And I mean, I'm happy to be on Instagram, but my blog is where I discuss stuff and explain my process. And Instagram is just, pictures and a tiny little bit of chat.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You don't go to or Instagram to learn a lot.
No, and then people do make
little nips.
reels and lessons on there, and I haven't got to that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
these
two things have to go together somehow.
Could you maybe make a small strip and have it tucked under the gears somehow? Just so that you hit the parameter, but it doesn't become quite the big thing?
Let's try it. Because I've got plenty of paper to play with here.
Is a tin man a robot? Sweet sentiment. She's asking for a friend.
For the purposes of craft roulette, absolutely.
I think it could be. What else is he? Before he has his heart, of course. After he has his heart, we're not quite sure what he is. Kind of sad. Because we don't know what group he's going to fit into. But I'm glad your friend asked.
Make the paper in the shape of a window. Oh.
See, I've got a
Right,
map
I'm just
fold.
going to try.
He's got
one
a map
thing
and it's
here.
folded. He's got beach colors. Definitely a robot. And this is my label. You are out of this world. I lost my stars. It would be perfect if I had some stars over there.
Yeah, I've got some stars.
Well, could you hand them over?
We'll hand them over.
You know, there's some little geary things. Maybe I'll just put some light gray geary things. Or there's also a planet. Maybe I can put some planets about. Let's see how that works. Some geary things and some planets should do it. There's another face. That's not to be. Not tonight, mister. Find a scrap here. What kind of books do you like to read, Heather?
Oh, someone asked me that the other day.
Yeah?
I read quite a few mysteries at the moment, but I also read historical fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I occasionally read memoir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
Do you solve the problem before they tell you?
Occasionally, but yeah, not always. Not always.
Yeah, that can be. Well, they bring in different bits of information. Uh-oh, we lost her. She'll be back. She'll be back. That's the thing about... Yeah, I wish I had those little stars. I'm so very sad. I just got to get over it. But that's the thing about mysteries and things. They can bring in different information when you don't know that it's kind of be coming in that changes the whole scene. They're sneaky that way, kind of like throwing in another parameter. Andrew, Ben, could you let your Ben or could you let your dad know to go down and help her out? She just needs to come back in with the link that she got before the show. So if anybody has direct access to our sweet Heather, please let her know that. You know, I don't have to have somebody else's stars. I can make stars. I've been making stars since I was a child. So let me do that. I'll just draw some little teeny tiny stars. We're afraid of no parameters. At all. No, I don't think she's run away. I don't think Heather's run away. If she would have run away, I think she would have done earlier when we got Robot. I think she just would have turned off her computer and hidden. So I think she'll be back. But there is always that fear. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are back. Yeah, it was. That was like, oh, I'm sorry, technical difficulty.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
glad you're not that person. You stand up and face what you get, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. You can
Okay.
now
So,
remember this episode and say, I'm not afraid of this project. I was on Craft Roulette
right.
with robots. Yeah. This is a character builder. There. Now he's got some more activity.
Okay, so I need a little bit of input from the chat.
Okay.
I've got my panel. We can put it on white, and then I can put my star map fold maybe behind. I can wrap that around. Actually, I could make this smaller, so I could put it on there. I could put it on blue, but then I don't know where the star map comes in. So what are the thoughts? Yeah, that's what I thought that might be nice on the white, actually.
Uh-huh. A belly band.
So I'm gonna,
or even just folding that top right corner down with that blue paper and the stars underneath might be easy to fold the map fold down to find the, or the fold to find the map.
to fold this corner down.
Yeah, it might work.
Oops.
What do you think? If you just, and then you have the star
stuck it onto
underneath
cardstock, so it's
Mm-hmm.
a little hard to fold, but that might be nice. Let me.
Without creasing
happens
it,
if we
just check it. There you go.
I like that peeping out.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a fold to
And I would have
the
a
star
fold.
map. My fold is this teeny tiny map that Mr. Robot's holding. See, it's a folded map, but I don't have any map inside yet. So I will draw some mappage. We'll do some, like, there's always dotted lines on maps. We'll just draw some dotted lines and I'll write to Venus, which there's the evening star right there. How to get to Venus. I'm sure NASA will be calling me any day now to find out my secrets of my our star map secrets.
And our skills with robotic things.
We're just right in there. They're going to be saying, Heather, we want you to do a collab with Mary Gunn. Oh, I forgot to.
You have robots. What we have been missing. That's what they will say to us.
That's so it. That is so it.
Actually, that. I don't know. I don't know whether I like that torn bit there. I can't fold it.
You can't?
Something has to fold.
Fold under pressure. I folded under pressure, and so I'm done. No, you didn't.
Yes.
You're done. If you scored, could you score that? Like put a ruler out and just fold it that way?
Yes. The problem is I glued the edges over the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that does make it a little more difficult.
I know. I thought I was being clever.
Premature gluing is a problem with me. I understand it very, very deeply. It's like, okay, this is all there is to it. I'm going to do this now because I know it's perfect. And then doink.
Yeah, because I know it's going to be right.
And then the old but then happens.
Oh, and plus there's a label that still has to happen too, isn't there? Goodness.
To Andromeda. Boy, this one really was tricky.
It is a tough one. No one has contributed yet from the public, so
I know. They're not helping me out.
They're not rocking it easily. Bitty Penny says she thinks a torn piece would look good on the top. Amy Moore says make a portal and have the star paper behind it. Lisa Welpley says, just checking in, robots.
Yeah, exactly.
Mrs. Spanky J says, cut it at the corner. Cut off the corner, Agnes says, if you can't fold it. Lots of ideas.
But I still got to get my map fold. Do I have to have, like, does the map have to have a fold? It's not enough to just be a map.
Well, there is that second word in that project. It says, it kind of makes it sound like it probably needs to be there, but.
Okay.
I'd throw you a lifeline if I could.
No, we will get a fold in there somehow.
Since we're
that
live.
was a little bit of a rebellion against the logical mind.
I think it was. You got to see.
How dare you bring up logic against me, Mary?
I am just ruthless. If we weren't live, maybe I'd say, see if you can get away with it.
Live stuff. Okay, so.
Since we're kind of like the front of Craft Roulette right now.
Yes. I mean, this is what this show is all about. Okay. I might regret it, but here I am gluing again.
But
not as prematurely.
No, but
don't worry. We're here. We're here for you. The show can go on.
Yes. The time ticks on, and Heather is gluing. Take 15.
I'm adding planets. I'm having a good time. We're good.
Yeah. There we go.
I like my little beach-colored planets.
We got 2.
I'll probably get it. Oh, we have 2 cards coming in. So let's see what
who sent in cards. Than us.
Gail. She was here early before the show, so maybe she knew what was coming. She had a telepathic insight. Well done, Gail. And Marjorie has sent in a card. Cool deal. She's got a beach umbrella in hers with I believe it's a robot. These are going to be so cute and fun and different and clever. I'm liking this a lot. We don't fear any parameter is our motto. And Bonnie Swakowitz has sent in. Oh, that's really cute. Sand-colored background there. Well, they're coming in, so it's a go. We got a show. We've got a gallery building. So the pressure's on us.
Certainly is. I can't believe they're finished already.
I like my little planets. They're floating all over. I'm going to add a few more. I like them so much. I didn't prematurely. They're kind of like a little banner. Next color should be another blue one. This is a good way to clean your brushes too, because I never clean my brushes. Do you have like a million brushes and have them specifically for certain colors, or?
No, I'm better about cleaning my brushes than I am my brayers, actually.
Oh, wow.
From gel printing. I'm getting better at cleaning my brayers because they actually do work better when they're cleaned.
Yeah.
But my brushes, I'm pretty good at cleaning them. Occasionally, I will leave them bristles down in the water overnight, and then I just feel really annoyed at myself the next day, and the bristles are all bent.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe because they're hard to dry out. I guess it's good for humidity.
So,
Move it to the left.
I do have one more question for you. When you're ready, it will be the thoughtful question of the day from our rock star, Grandma Gay. Oh, look at that. You got that corner off.
I got that corner off. Now I just need a label, and I have a feeling that, oh no, wait, the map has to be folded, not the label. I was going to fold the label.
Well, how could we do that?
If you were to fold the label, if you were to do like a map fold on the label, but then spread it out so it's open, so we can see the creases.
You
Or
could
that,
or
yes, that
or
works.
tuck that in with a
What about
sentiment on
that?
the back or
I
something.
just folded that map, star map, right
counts?
around. That
It
counts. And then I can
counts.
put my label on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whew. Crisis averted.
So I didn't need to tear that corner at all.
Well, darn.
That's okay. Quite like it. I don't know why it's torn, but
Premature tearing.
Luann
premature
Johnson.
gluing, premature tearing. Honestly.
Way to go, Luann. You guys are on it.
Okay, so now I need a little label and something to put on it.
Well, I'm so glad that you sent this to me, Mrs. Birthday Bob and Mr. Birthday Bob. This is great. He's adorable. I have more too. I didn't know. I didn't have any robot stamps before we started this whole robot thing because I was just drawing them. Oh, Rosie says your card base is already folded.
It
And
is.
so maybe it was
and
you already had a fold.
I can appreciate it. She was trying to get the fold literally in the map.
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate that.
And Lauren thinks she has an idea. I don't doubt that she does. An open
And
map
corner.
concept.
Oh, so does
Barbara.
Katie. Good. Thank you. So there's my label.
That's a cool shape.
Looks strangely like a banner.
Looks a bit like a rocket too.
You can zoom in your.
You guys want to see this little guy a little more closely? Here you go. He's out in space with all sorts of pretty little beach-colored planets. And he has a little map that folds out.
Oh, his map is so cute.
And
Oh
it
my
has
goodness.
all sorts of ways to get to Venus. The evening star. And he is obviously a robot. And his label is, "You are out of this world." As a sentiment, which I think works. So Grandma Gay's thoughtful question of the day, and I do hope your puppy is doing better. Do you feel the same entering your crafting space as leaving it? If not, how do you feel each time? So when you go into your crafting space, what's your overriding feeling?
Usually, I go in with all sorts of ideas and plans. And I usually leave it reluctantly.
Aw.
Because I've got all those thoughts and plans, some of them still spinning around in my head.
Right. Do you are you one of these people that think of an idea during your sleep?
Yes.
Or yes. Oh.
Yes. And then will I remember that one in the morning?
Oh, right.
I don't turn the light on and write it down. I know some people say that's what you should do because then you can forget about it, but yeah, I don't do that.
Right.
I just hope I will remember it in the morning.
Do you think it would make sense in the morning? That's when I do it. It's like, What? What?
Well,
What
what?
were
Yeah.
you? What? You're crazy, girl. What are you
Yep.
thinking? Yeah. This
Yeah.
doesn't
Isn't
make
that what
any
you say when you look at your
sense.
cards anyway?
Yeah, kinda.
After you're done?
What the what? Why is this robot just hanging out on the front of this thing with barbed wire behind it while there's planets spinning all around it with a map to Venus? Because I'm on Craft Roulette, that's why.
That's why.
But I don't know that I could even make cards anymore that are like sensible. I think it's just kind of my go-to now is just okay, let's put some parameters together. I do use the parameters outside of Craft Roulette because they're for one thing, not on purpose necessarily, but that I find out that, oh yeah, I just made something like that a couple weeks ago and it was this parameter and I still like it. So it's still working in my brain. And it's kind of like just an earworm, except it's a craft worm in my brain and it just keeps going. I like it that way. Thank you, sire. You like my card logic. Well, you make rock bots and I like yours. So we're good.
That's right. They were rock bots, weren't
They
they?
were
They
rock
weren't
bots.
necessarily robots. Rock bots.
Knock your head off. It was cute. They were cute. So
They were cute. And the background
They
was so nice. The collage background.
yeah, it was bright and cheerful and
It was.
it was very eye-catching. Very, very eye-catching indeed. So Grandma Gay also asks, when you are going in and out of your craft space, do you have different feelings do you like go to your craft space when you're in a certain mood? And does your craft space, if you leave reluctantly, do you ever feel good like when you finish a project? And so when you do leave, you're kind of like relieved, or does it just keep, or is it usually reluctance?
Yeah, I am relieved. I'm not even just relieved like it was something done. Hopefully like satisfied that
Right.
one of those ideas I had came together.
Mm-hmm. Have you found like in your art journal, do you have a page that you go to and it just makes you pause and be happy?
Yes, I have a few.
Mm-hmm. Are they blue?
Some of them. Actually,
Yeah.
I have a page. You know how I was saying when we were talking about art journaling sometimes turning into cards and cards sometimes turning into art journal pages?
Mm-hmm.
I have a page that kind of inspired some of this card. So if it's here, one of my books is at the store, but if it's here, I'll just pull it out at the end and show you.
I'd love that.
So I have a fold on the star map. I have a label which says nothing. So let's see what it can say. I don't know that I have any robot type sentiments. I'm sure that doesn't
Beep.
surprise you.
No. Beep, beep.
Zeros and ones.
Binary numbers.
Zeros and O's I have.
Yeah. Biddy Penny says your card is gorgeous and she loves it.
Aw,
it is quite gorgeous,
you.
isn't it?
Thank you. It's a little unusual for me, but
that's experimenting. And do you think you'll go back to leave your gear dies out? Because you could use those in...
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe play with it a little more. Beep, beep is what Allie Cope says. Beep, beep.
Yeah, I would have to write that. I don't think I have a stamp.
We're going to tell you in a minute just how you can play along. You're going to want to think about these 4 parameters because you need to use them to send in a card. And you can see that your cards don't have to look one way. You can have all sorts of different styles. And I love that. Because I have my basic silly style. And maybe on the tomorrow's all patron call, we can get some peeks at what you guys are working on. That would be fine. Okay, so I did hold my breath when you were stamping on your card.
Yeah, and I did smush it slightly.
Oh. Well, it's going the speed of light in the stars. And it isn't really smushed. It's just that we can't quite see it clearly because it's going so fast. I'm sure that's physically a perfect explanation. Kind of like scrubbing your speed in the pipe. It just sounds like it might be possible, but I don't know what she's talking about. Kind of thing, which is kind of my science.
Your science is more art than science.
Generally, yes.
Well, that's what we like.
Sweet Sentiment says, Mary's like me. If you mess up, just have a good story. That's exactly right. And that also, if I forget to tell you this when you send in a card, please put in your description what the heck you're talking about. If you think that I'm going to look at it and go, what the heck are they doing? I don't see that. I don't see that parameter at all. Oh, Jean Addis, look at your cute card drop in there. That's adorable. It's doable, guys. This is doable. Well, you want to walk us through your card, and then we'll tell about everybody how they can play, because they're going to want to.
Okay. Well, I have a star map as my map, and I folded a bit of it around the main panel. My beach colors are blue, gold, and gray.
Pretty.
Colors of the sand and the sea and the sky. And robots, I have robot components here and here. And I have a little label here saying, you make me smile, because making a robot card on Craft Roulette did make me smile for sure.
After the tears. After the tears comes the smiles. No, you did great. I really am glad that you stuck with it. You came up with a great idea and you saw it through. I'd be happy with that card if I were you. As a matter of fact, why don't we switch? You take my crazy and I'll take your pretty.
Right,
that's great. All right, we're going to go ahead and let everybody know how they can play and tell them a little bit more about other things, and then we'll be right back to you to end our evening together. Well done. Yep, you're going to want to play, right? Because if you play, then your name goes on the board at the end of the show where we have our giveaways. And we have great giveaways every week. Remember our spin sponsors? They are each giving away a wonderful, generous gift certificate. I think we'll talk about that more in just a minute. But send your card to craftroulette.live. You have a 48-hour window. There is a form there. It's easy to fill out, upload your picture, and send it on its way. Remember, it doesn't stay at the Facebook group. If you add it there, we can talk about it there and say yay and hooray, but it isn't submitted. All right, so we have some great ladies coming up. Looky there. We've got Sarah Liz next week. It will be her first time. After that, we are going to have a Thursday show with Gina Kay. Don't want to miss that one. And it will also be her first time. Betty Penny's going to come back. She stood in for me, so I'll be looking forward to see. She did such a great job as host. I want to talk to her. Maybe she'll take over the show and I can just relax. That's an idea. After that, we say hi to our Crafty Owl friend for our 3rd anniversary show. And we'll be welcoming Karen Burniston after that for her first time on the show. Great shows, guys. I'm so happy. I have the best job. We do want to thank our patrons. Remember, everybody, our patrons, all patron call tomorrow. And I have moved my education. Now, my education is probably not like some people's education, but I still do it and I get good feedback. I don't know. I come up with an idea every once in a while. So do join us if you want Merry Gun Fun's kind of education over on our Patreon blog. That's where we're moving it, because we have moved our Tuesday Fun University shows right here on YouTube. If you missed the ad, I hope you will enjoy it. We have lots of fun over there making these cards. Oh, we do have a new Club Fun member. Kelly Hughes, welcome. So nice to have you. I look forward to getting to know you. Very good. I will send you more information on how you can participate in the Club Fun group, because there's a lot there. Giveaway time. Hey, by the way, I've got something here I'm going to hold on to just for a second. If you sent in a card last week, if you were one of those 164 cards, your name will be on that board. And if it lands after the spin occurs and it lands on it, you will get a lovely gift from either us or one of our spin sponsors. The first thing that we're going to spin for is a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. It's our original gift. Good luck to all. This one goes anywhere in the world. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, it has music, doesn't it? I can't hear it. I forgot. So I don't want to sing over it. Oh. Arlene DeTizio. What a great time. You just got a goodie bag not too long ago, but I don't think you'll say no to a handmade card with an itty bitty gift now, will you? Arlene is the founder of the House of DeTizio, who is almost Mr. Mike's only clothier. Let me make sure, please, that you use that claim prize form on craftroulette.live and let me know that you want that wonderful little prize. Now we've got a goodie bag, and it's Mondo Bigo. We got a big one for Lynn Springle. I know I've known at some point, but I don't remember now.
Is
Lynn,
this a special one?
It's special big. It is loaded double.
Why are we doing this?
Because we have so many wonderful goodies that people have sent in, and I need to send them out. And so we want to send some big packages, and we've got stamps and papers and doolollies and goodies and stencils and all sorts of stuff in here. We're doing it once a month, where we do a mega goodie bag. Not bad, we're just sending in a card, right? Angie Blum's Digital Design is our next giveaway. She has a $25 gift certificate, and her designs are beautiful. They really, really are. Yes, because Craft Roulette is a zero hero this week. That's a good idea, Patty Beck. Kiss your brain. Teresa D. Just contact us through the craftroulette.live claim prize form, and we'll get this information to you. Congratulations. Doolollies. It's a real word, I think. I don't know, maybe it isn't. Craft Roulette does have its own language. And for our Penguin Palace, Ava Belon, she's going to love that. Ava is one of our mug clubbers. She's been around for a long time with us. Congratulations, Ava. They've got the big 360 stencil thing that Ardith likes. Very cool stuff. You're coloring your robot? Good. Stacy has sent in her card. This is for Gina K's $100 gift certificate. Makira, you're going to love getting that. Makira is a fun clubber. We don't get to see her nearly as much as we want on our calls, but she is busy girl. So, Makira, make sure that you let us know that you want that $100 gift certificate to Gina K Designs. Make sure you guys all use the Craft Roulette claim prize form on craftroulette.live. It comes into us, it flags me so that I know that you claimed it. So anyway, it's all very fancy. I know, 100. Even $100 a month is a lot. So I think we're just remarkably, all of our spin sponsors are remarkably generous, and I so appreciate you. It makes the game just so much more fun. Yeah. Also, if you are patron, you still have till Thursday night to claim your prize. Otherwise, I need to have it in by Sunday night. I know, we're stinkers that way. Yep, we are. There's Heather. You're smiling still, so bless your heart.
I am smiling. Yes.
So once again,
me and my robot card. Happy.
I'm gonna, when I watch the show tomorrow or this weekend, and I see that part where the robot comes up, my heart's gonna break all over again. But I'm one of those people that laughs at pain. You know, it's one of those Schadenfreude things, and so I know I'm gonna laugh. And so forgive me for that. That's going to happen. But it's like I knew you could do it, but at that moment I kind of broke a little bit. And
I will go back and laugh and cringe at the same time.
And be encouraged because you did something you didn't really want to. Not that you couldn't, but that you didn't want to. So we appreciate you doing that for us. Because seriously, somebody's going to look at your card and go, oh, I could do this or that. And then they're going to look at mine and go, I have to have a robot. And I have to do this. And I have to, but we don't tell you that you have to do anything.
You do not have to have a robot. Trust me, you don't.
No. There's going to be ways around it. There are, and they're going to be creative ways.
I look forward to seeing them all.
It's going to be fantastic. And I hope we get to at least 166 so we break our record. I think that would be cool.
That would be fun.
Where we have collage. We got 164 cards in collage. And then your card was kind of collagey.
I know.
Yeah. It wasn't not collagey, at least, was it? Remember, everybody, to go to Heather's her YouTube channel and subscribe because you're not going to want to miss it. And bookmark her blog because she does do beautiful things and you'll learn a lot from her just by being there and be inspired too. So, have anything else you want to catch us up on and tell us about? You made it through the worst.
I made it through. Yeah. If you visit my blog, you will hear my news. That's where I will announce things, upcoming classes and fun stuff like that.
And you have something coming up soon.
I do have something coming up. It's been a long time in the works, but soon.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's right. Well, let's give our brains a kiss goodnight and call it an evening, shall we? We did it. All right. There it is. Plant a big one right there on the old cranium. Thank you guys for being here. You chatterboxes are so delightful. Oh my gosh, you're wonderful. Mr. Producer, excellent job. I love all your little upgrades and that ad. You made me go places I didn't know I would do, but he did say he never worries about me underacting. Heather, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you coming on and facing that wheel once again. Go Chiefs! We'll see you next Tuesday right here on Craft Roulette YouTube next week with Sarah Liz Star Oscar. I'm going to say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.